Welcome students to class 7th. We'll start with our first chapter of civics. It is started the chapter with a story of Kanta and her friend Sujata. And they are waiting to cast their votes. So in this chapter we'll be understanding about the term equality, democracy, and what the law that is made for the equality. So this story begins with Kanta standing in line to cast her vote. Look again at the various people who are standing in line with her. So Kanta recognized her employer Ashok Jain and Chote Lal. Here her neighbor. In the democratic country like India, all adults, irrespective of what religion they belong to, how much they are educated, whether they are rich or poor, all are allowed to vote, and this term is called universal adult franchisee. So I already explained you. So it is about the voting. So this chapter will be giving you other kinds of equality. Now let us read a story about the experience of the Dalit child attending school. Dalit is a term that the so-called lower caste used to address themselves. Dalit means broken, and by using this word, lower caste are pointed to how they were and continued to be seriously discriminated against. Om Prakash Valmiki is a famous Dalit writer. In his autobiography, Jatuns, he writes, I had to sit away from the others in the class, and that too on the floor. The mat ran out before reaching the spot I sat on. Sometimes I would have to sit way behind everyone, right near the door. Sometimes they would beat me without any reason. When headmaster asked Om Prakash to sweep the school and the ground, my back begins to ache. My face was covered with dust. Dust has gone inside my mouth. The other children in my class were studying and I was sweeping. Headmaster was sitting in his room and watching me. I was not even allowed to get to drink of water. I swept the whole day from the doors and windows of the schools, rooms, and the eyes of the teachers and the boys saw this spectacle. Om Prakash was made to sweep the school and the playground for the next couple of days, and this only came to an end when his father, who happened to be passing by, saw his son sweeping. He confronted the teacher and then, walking away from the school holding Om Prakash's hand, he said loudly for all of them to hear, You are a teacher, so I am leaving you now. But remember this much, master, he will study right here in this school, and not just him, but there will be more coming after him. So in this story of Om Prakash Valmiki ji, they wants to tell that against discrimination, he was a Dalit boy. He was asked by the teacher to sweep the school and the playground, and this continued for many days. But when his father, passing by the school, saw him, he just took him with himself and tell that he will study and become a good person, and not even him, many other Dalit children will also study. So they want to explain you about the discrimination which was going on. Then that next is a recognizing dignity. So how is the dignity of Om Prakash Valmiki is violated? As he was asked to sweep the whole school instead of studying because of his caste. And Om Prakash Valmiki's schoolmates and teacher hurt his dignity badly and made him feel as if he was very less and not equal to all other students in the school. Being a child, Om Prakash Valmiki could not do little about the situation that he was in. It was his father who, only seeing his son sweep, felt angry by this unequal treatment and confronted the teacher. Om Prakash and another story was also there, that is of Ansaris do not deserve to be treated like this. They deserve the same respect and dignity as anyone else. You can read the second story of Ansaris. So make your concepts more clear. The next is equality in Indian democracy. So in Indian democracy, recognize every person as equal. That means every individual in the country, including male, female, person from all caste, religion, tribes, educational or economical background are recognized as equal. There is no inequality in any cases. It does not, but at least in democratic India, the principle of equality for all persons is recognized. But earlier, no law existed to protect people from discrimination and ill treatment. But now there were several laws and provisions for the people. What is the first? That every person is equal before the law. What this means is that every person, from the president of the country to a domestic worker, to everyone, that means all are equal. What is the second one? No person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, or whether they are female or male. And what is the third one? Every person has access to all public places, including playground, hotels, shops and markets. The two ways, what are the two ways that is tried by the government to implement the equality? That is, the first is through law and second is through the government program and schemes. And there were also several laws in India to protect every person's right to be treated equally. And many schemes were also made by the government to improve the lives of communities and individuals who had been treated unequally for several centuries. These schemes are to ensure greater opportunity for people who had this in the past. So some of the steps are also there. What is that? Midday meal scheme. What is that midday meal scheme? It refers to the program introduced in all government elementary schools to provide children with cooked lunch. And then that the students are getting the cooked lunch. Tamil Nadu was the first state in India to introduce this scheme. Which was the first state to start this scheme? It was Tamil Nadu in 2001. The Supreme Court asked all state government to begin this program in their school within 6 months, and after that, starting in Tamil Nadu, government made an orders to say and said that in within 6 months every school and in every state there should be this program should be implemented. This program has had many positive effects. And what are the positive effects of this midday meal scheme? That this include the fact that more poor children has begun enrolling and regularly attending schools, and teacher reported that earlier children would often go home for lunch and then not return to school. But now with the midday meal being provided in school, their attendance has improved. Their mothers who earlier had to interrupt their work to feed their children at home during the day now no longer need to do so. So this program has reduced, also helps, and the caste system is also reduced as all the children are sitting and eating together, because both upper and lower caste children in the school eat this meal together. Dalit women have been employed to cook the meals, and Dalit women were given the charge to cook the meal. The midday meal program also helps in reducing the hunger of poor students who often come to school and cannot concentrate because their stomachs are empty. So that means the schemes of governments and laws had played an important role in increasing equality of opportunity and also bring this respect for every person. One of the main reasons for this is that attitude changes very slowly. Even though people are aware of that discrimination is against the law, they continue to treat people unequally on the basis of their caste, religion, disability and economical status. And because they are women, it is only when people begin to believe that no one is inferior and that every person deserves to be treated with dignity, that person's attitude can change. So they are saying that attitude is again a big element which stop people of being equally. So now next topic is issue of equality in the other democracies. So in United States of America also there is a discrimination on the basis of African Americans and Americans. So African Americans whose ancestors were the slaves. So again right now also they are having discrimination. This despite the fact that there were movements in 1950 to push for equal rights for African Americans. Prior to this, African Americans were treated extremely unequally in United States. For example, when traveling by bus, they either had to sit at the back of the bus or get up from their seat whenever a white person wished to sit. That means white and black is done on the basis of their color there is a discrimination in America. Rosa Parks was an African American woman. Tired from a long date at work, she refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man on 1st December. She refused to give her seat to a white person on 1st December 1955. Her refusal that day started a huge allegation against the unequal way in which African Americans were treated and which came to be known as the civil rights movement. So what happened? When that lady refuses to give the seat, then one another revolution came into existence, that was civil rights movement. Civil Rights Act of 1964 has implemented which prohibits discrimination on the basis of race, religion or national origin. It also stated that all schools should be open to African American children and there should not be discrimination on the basis of any factor. This is the excerpt from Article 15 of the Indian Constitution. Just read out, and if there is any confusion you can ask me. What are the challenges of democracy? No country can be described as being completely democratic. Yes, it is true. There are always communities and individuals trying to expand the idea of democracy and push for a greater recognition of equality on existing as well as new issues. But yes, there are still some people available in our communities who try to destroy the democracy. What is the central to this? That struggle for the recognition of all persons as equal and for dignity to be maintained. So in this book you will read more about the issue of equality, how it affects our daily lives in democratic India. So students, with this our chapter is completed. We'll continue with our exercise part in next video. Just read also the glossary part so that all the terms will be more clear.